Sticking with politics, Alabama Republicans voted yesterday to nominate firebrand candidate Roy Moore for a U.S. Senate seat, a rebuke to President Trump and the GOP establishment. William Brangham begins our coverage.
I certainly support President Trump's agenda.
Roy Moore took a cable TV victory lap today. The Alabama GOP's newly minted Senate nominee celebrated his win from yesterday and even promised to support the president who campaigned against him.
Well, I don't think the president knew me, and I think that when he gets to know me, that he'll understand that I do support a very conservative agenda for this country.
For his part today, President Trump suggested he was encouraged by the prospect of a Senator Moore coming to Washington.
We have a man who's going to be a great senator, and I'm very happy with that. I spoke to him last night. I never met him. I never spoke to him. I'm very happy with him.
Last night, Moore prevailed in a primary runoff against Luther Strange, the incumbent. Strange had the backing of not just Mr. Trump, but also Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell, but Alabama voters had a different idea.
I'm telling you, the political winds in this country right now are very hard to navigate. They're very hard to understand.
Strange had only been in the seat since February. He was appointed to replace Jeff Sessions when Sessions was named Attorney General. Moore, meanwhile, is well known in Alabama as a staunchly conservative Christian evangelical. He served as the former Chief Justice of the Alabama Supreme Court, but on two different occasions was removed from his duties. The first time was in 2003, when Moore refused to remove a Ten Commandments display from the lobby of the state courthouse. And then last year, he was suspended permanently after urging other judges in the state to defy federal court rulings on same-sex marriage. Moore also faced criticism earlier this month when he used crude derogatory terms to describe certain minority groups.
Now we got blacks and whites fighting, reds and yellows fighting, Democrats and Republicans fighting.
The runoff between Moore and Strange pitted some top Republicans against one another, each side claiming the mantle of President Trump and his agenda.
Are you ready to send the loudest
Stumping for Moore were former vice presidential nominee Sarah Palin,
the loudest message to the swamp? Are you ready to tell them, here comes the judge?
This campaign
and former chief White House strategist, now Breitbart executive chairman Stephen Bannon.
You're going to get an opportunity to tell them what you think of the elites that run this country.
Stumping for Strange, not just the president, but Vice President Mike Pence as well. However, while the president was in Alabama last week for Strange, he admitted in passing that his endorsement came with some hesitation.
And I might have made a mistake, and I'll be honest. I might have made a mistake.
It was a moment one outside group immediately seized on.
I might have made a mistake. I don't know him. I don't know him. I don't know him.
The president supports me.
But I don't know him.
Please stand with me.
In the general election, Moore now faces Democrat Doug Jones, a former federal prosecutor with a strong record on civil rights. That vote will be held in December. For the PBS NewsHour, I'm William Brangham.